Welcome to another Decompass 77 video. I've just finished recording my post-match thoughts to yesterday's victory away to Newcastle United. Manchester United winning 2-0. The thing is, for this video, I've got to share my views on John Barnes' statements about Ole Solskjaer and about him being a manager and Manchester United managers and everything else like that. Well, if you've watched it, you've watched it. If you haven't, then I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Well, all I'm going to say to start off is that I disagree. John Barnes, Liverpool legend, doesn't understand Manchester United, and I'm not sure whether he understands and knows Ole Solskjaer's coaching career history. I imagine he's looking at Ole Solskjaer's time at Cardiff and maybe comparing also maybe the Norwegian League and the Premier League. And that's probably what lots of people who criticise or don't really consider Ole Solskjaer as a good coach probably think. See, the way it is that Ole Solskjaer, if he ends up successful after this period being a caretaker manager, then, you know, success doesn't need to necessarily mean winning trophies and finishing in certain league positions. Success can be, you know, defined by, for example, even bringing through youth players, just you know, getting the team to score goals, keep clean sheets. That can also be successful. But let's say in an ideal scenario for Manchester United, and Manchester United win majority of the games left in the Premier League. Say they win the FA Cup and Champions League, which for some would be doubtful as far as the Champions League is concerned. FA Cup, I think we've got a chance. I think we've got a chance in Champions League anyway, if it's my personal view. But if we were to, say, achieve all of that and, say, finish in the top four, maybe even second or third, well then why not? And I hope there's an option here to maybe offer Ole Solskjaer the permanent job. Why not? I mean, really, he can't. He's also, I think John Barnes said that he's there just to have this feel-good factor, so he gets everyone happy and stuff like that. That's not it. Manchester United haven't brought in Ole Solskjaer just so everyone can be happy again. You know, if you want that, you can just go to, you know, down probably the high street or whatever, look at certain ads, be happy, or send a smileys, or bring in a clown or something, and there's a be happy factor. Solskjaer hasn't come in just to make people smile and laugh and chuckle. You know, Ole Solskjaer is at the club because first of all, he understands what Manchester United is about. You know, he has his qualifications. He's a qualified manager. He's been managing for a number of years now. He's got that experience. And what I'm talking about, the experience, mentality experience as well. If you just take Cardiff City and judge him just because of what happened at Cardiff City, that's just one chapter. But that chapter is very important because that's also helped him grow as a coach. But when he's in Norway, when he's at Manchester United, it's a similar mentality. He won the title with Molde. I think it was a couple of times. He went back to Molde as well, and that's been the same kind of mindset, I'm sure. But maybe there've been some rebuilding afterwards. But it's a similar mindset to go and try and win trophies, try and win titles. At Cardiff are also a good club, or a proud club, but it was different mentality. He was there to achieve something else, not necessarily win the Premier League title. At Manchester United, now you could say, well, he's not here to win that this season. No, he might not be. But the mentality for Manchester United is to get as close to first place as possible. And I'm sure that's the same kind of mentality, similar mentality at Molde in Norway. Yes, if you take the two leagues, if you try and compare them, then it's a different level. But it's not about that. It's about the mentality. And the mentality is to win. Ole Solskjaer is a winner. And Manchester United are a club that is associated with winning. And also, you know, bringing through the youth, playing attacking football. You know, I mean, just listen to Ole Solskjaer. He in his interviews, he's been talking about things that other managers since Sir Alex Ferguson, they didn't touch on, you know, things that Ole Solskjaer mentions. They didn't mention that because they were not around Manchester United in the past. Ole Solskjaer, a former footballer who actually came in from Norway, but learned to understand the Manchester United way. So for someone like John Barnes to say that what he said is just ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous. I disagree with a lot of his statements. I mean, the fact that he's there, he's supposed to be this kind of expert. He's not an expert on Manchester United. He's not an expert on what kind of manager Manchester United need. Manchester United is something else than what John Barnes thinks. John Barnes, I think John Barnes should stick to commenting on Liverpool, or get a history book on Manchester United, learn that, maybe spend some time around Old Trafford if he wants to, but his knowledge base at the moment is not accurate. And about Ole Solskjaer being a kind of average coach or whatever it was, what he said, no, Ole Solskjaer, just because he's a big name now, we need a big name. Well, the media is going to be throwing names like Zidane or Pochettino, who are great coaches. But if Ole Solskjaer is successful now with Manchester United, if we end up winning a trophy or two and finishing in the top 4, then it would be, I don't think it would be a good idea to go back and saying, okay, let's bring in someone else, let someone else come in with his ideas. Because if Ole Solskjaer is successful, then he's going to be successful. I'm sure he is. He understands the club. And if he's successful and understands the club, and if he helps us win trophies and bring youth through the system, that's the Manchester United way, and playing attacking football, using the wingers, for example, and other combinations of systems of play and formations and stuff, and everyone's feeling happy, which is also an area that is important, then it's good. Keep Ole Solskjaer as manager. That's what I'd say. Ole Solskjaer is a fantastic coach. So yeah, I disagree with John Barnes. That's my say. If you've enjoyed this video, if you agree with me, that's good. If you don't, well, that's good as well, because that's your opinions. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, like, comment and share. A notification bell to keep up to date with everything the Compass 77. And I hope to be able to voice my opinions on Manchester United very, very soon again. So it is the beginning of the year. Happy New Year. Hope it's good for you. Come on, United! Manchester United!